I'd commented on something that that I can't remember what brought it up, but I said you guys should do a Bet Gala instead of the Met Gala. It seems like a
which
perfect
is
fit.
genius.
Right? Like, I'm surprised. You know, I was listening to the unnamed show that Dave's on because I wanted to find out about this golf tournament. I never listened to that show. They're doing the Internet Classic or the Internet Creators Internet Invitational, whatever it's called. So I tuned in, and then I hear Dave Portnoy start saying, "I've been talking about this Bet Gala for years, and it was my idea." And I'm like, "Wait a damn minute here!" Like,
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised Dave said that. It sounds like something Dave would do. But I played this yesterday. We'll play it real quick so people
okay,
who may have missed it can understand how this all started. So this is May 8th, 2024. I'm guessing this is like right after last year's Met Gala.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can I say an idea that people cannot steal because it's a great idea that someone tweeted at me that we're going to do?
Yes.
So legally, no one's allowed to steal this. Who's listening right now? This is from Millie Goats. He tweeted me last night, I think, and I talked to Dave about it. I think we're going to do a bet gala at some point this year where we invite some famous people and we just bet every single game on the board and we dress up. That'd be pretty good, right?
That's a good idea.
Well,
We just come up with a
Yeah, I
theme.
need a theme.
I don't know.
Overs.
I think just betting, gambling on sport.
I like how the first thing goes to is overs. Now, first of all, I saw that and I go, well, the fact that they actually went through with it is pretty freaking cool, even if they never gave you any credit, that they heard your idea, liked it so much, and it's not a small feat to do this. So the fact that they actually are doing it, I mean, that's pretty cool that you gave them that idea and that they're running with it.
No, I mean, I like, there's no way. I mean, we could put one together and it would not be the magnitude. And that's kind of why I was throwing out the idea. I'm like, these people have lots of, they've got the horsepower to do all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, throwing out ideas to people being like, hey, we've got good ideas too. I thought it might lead to some sort of collaboration because that's what, like you were saying yesterday, like that's all us small guys are like, we can bring
just
a
a little
lot.
credit.
Yeah, like we can bring a lot to the table too. Like we got fun stuff that we would love to do that we just don't, we're not to the level of their operation. So
Well, it's not even about having the resources, it's about knowing those famous people too. Like because you
True.
got to know those people to bring in to get people's eyeballs to want to tune in. Like if you and I got some people together and did it, how many people would tune in because they don't care? But if you brought in like a Ben Affleck in to come bet with you, right? People are gonna be like, "Oh, hey, let's check this out." Steps, get in here, man. What are you doing, lurking in the background?
And that's the thing too. Is like, I'm glad they did it. It was just I thought it was going to be because initially he kind of was going back and forth with me about, hey, we'll talk to you, you'll talk to us, and let's discuss this thing. You know what I mean?
Was this last year or was this
last year? He kind of
okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't know you guys had conversations about it last year.
Very briefly. It was like maybe a one or two back and forth. And it was like, okay, cool.
Still.
And so I just been kind of in the back of my mind about this whole thing. And then I was very curious why they just now 3 days before started promoting it. And I'm kind of like, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
I figured my whole thought process was if they were going to make this thing gigantic, and I don't know if it's invitational only, they were going to be promoting this like they normally do. They usually promote stuff for months. Like that golf classic thing is already, it's 5 months or 4 months away. So I thought it was strange that they didn't promote it. And my dumb brain was like, damn it, they knew that we were going to come at like that we were going to come after it. But I appreciate everybody that jumped on the train that was like, hey, that was, I appreciate the credit that he gave us on the show. I mean, that was really cool. But it was like, man, can we get our picture on like the Barstool, like the little cocktail napkins or something?
So has he made a public statement? Not a public statement, but has he since reaching out to you yesterday? So for those of you that don't know, we were trying to get AK some credit. Have you heard about this yet, Steps?
Of course.
Okay. We were trying to get AK the credit that he's due, and he did point out in his response to you, is like, I gave you credit last year or whatnot, but I forgot, which I totally understand. Like, it's been a year.
Sure.
It's like, hey, I totally forgot this thing. And the fact that it took him not even a day since, we started doing that he's like, hey, I see people tweeting at me, sorry, I forgot about that. I got the idea from you. I thought that was pretty cool. But so for those of you that don't know, we started tweeting at him saying, and you did a good job posting that clip to remind everyone of where he got the idea from. The fact that he brought it up on the show helps show it. And then like the video I put out or the segment that we did yesterday on it, I was just like, yeah, dude, it's not like you want anything. You just want a shout out, you want a little bit of credit. That's what small creators want. And the cool thing would be like if you got invited. And what did he do? What did he do?
He ended up inviting me. He said, like he said, I can't remember exactly what he said. He goes, it was something along the lines, hey, I did bring it up on the show. It was over a year ago, and which I understood. When I responded to him, I was like, dude, I get it. It's the internet. It's the wild, wild west. Like, I get it. It's just one of those
How many
things.
people tweet stuff at him all day, every day, and do that over
shout
a
out
course
to
of a
everybody
year?
who, if you don't think they see us, the big guys don't see us. I mean, once we combine our powers, I guess you would say, things escalated quickly, and it was becoming, I don't know if a problem for them, but there was enough people going at it that said, hey, this was, and again, like you said, we're not out to be like, we're going to take them down. It's like, hey, we have good ideas. We want our credit. That's all. That's all it was.
Yeah. Hey, and credit where credit's due to them. I mean, Big Cat didn't have to reach out to you after all that. I mean, that was awesome. And the fact he invited you. I thought that was cool because I said that yesterday. I was like, that seems like something they would do. Like I don't think this was intentional, and it does seem like something Barstool will do. Be like, hey, do you want to come out to this thing? Like that's totally a Barstool thing.
Yeah, like, and I recorded a video yesterday that I was going to tweet later last night, being like, this is an emergency press conference, and I sent it to him because I was like, you got to understand the tone of what we're talking about here, and it was like, we have demands. I wanted PFT to send out a tweet.
Can I play the video?
Sure. Yeah. I don't care.
Okay.
Noon and salutations. We are the Millie Goats. By now, the thousands and millions of you have seen about the Bet Gala that was birthed on an episode of PMT not just a year ago. With that being said, we are no strangers to internet media dust-ups, as Pat McAfee has blocked us for some reason. Anyways, the Bet Gala will take place Monday night, and in lieu of being able to be present at the event, we had a list of demands. For PFT, you went to JMU, we went to App State. We would like for you to release a statement via Twitter that JMU is inferior to App State as a little brother. Big Cat, we request one interview with you to debate whether Caleb Williams is a franchise guy or not. Hank, we just want to play you in golf one time because we suck and you probably suck. And finally, Dave Portnoy, El Presidente, we would request one invite to the Internet Invitational Golfer Tournament thing. Also, $20 million cash. We don't negotiate with terrorists. These are our demands. They're non-negotiable. Again, we are the Millie Goats.
That was great, dude.
Where did you get your little like upscale Bob Barker microphone there?
Dude, I made that thing. I bought a
Did you really?
Oh yeah. I bought like a little lapel mic.
Okay.
And then I fashioned like these skewers to put around it so that I could hold it like Bob Barker. That's exactly what I was going for, man.
So what's the end result here?
Well, he reached out and he said, like we were saying, it was like kudos to him, and because he didn't have to, and he said, I know it's late notice, but would you like to come? And I told him, I was like, man, I would love to come. I was like, at this short of notice, as somebody who has kids and a job and wife, like I got all this stuff too. Like my wife works Monday, my wife works Tuesday. We don't have anybody to watch the kids. I was like, I don't know that I could make it on such short notice. And then he responded again. And he said, I understand. He goes, I know it's really short notice. He goes, if we do it again next year, I will make sure that you're there. So, and, I also tried to ask, I was like, what about this internet invitational golf thing? Like, if I can't make it to this, like I could definitely make it to that. Maybe that's something we could work out too. And he hasn't said anything to that yet. So, but we've been talking a little bit.
Shoot your shot.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm like, there's no guarantee that I'll be able to go do this if they don't do it again. So I'm like, I want at least a little something, you
Mhm.
know. So I put
I
that
know. I
video
was so
together.
bummed. I was like, because Steps, he texted me, and you know me, he showed me what it was shortly after he sent you the invitation. I'm like, dude, you gotta go, get there, just go, man. You got this is a once in a lifetime. Bring the kids, screw it. I'll come down and watch them. I'll fly down because this is in Arizona, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and I
Scottsdale.
was like, dude, you got to do it. But I mean, obviously, I get it. As someone with 5 kids, I totally understand. I was telling my wife that story, and she's like, dude, if that was you, you better. I would expect you to be on the first flight out going down there. And
See, I'm still mulling it over. I'm still trying to.
Dude, you gotta go.
and
You
I
gotta
told her,
go.
I go, hun, that's why we have 5 kids.
You gotta go.
Because you're
You
so hot right now.
you have to look at this as a 48-hour sacrifice that could, and you never know who you're gonna meet, who you're gonna talk to. Like this is like your chance in the door. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
To
childproof
meet some
one of your
people and
rooms, lock them in there. They'll be fine for 48 hours, okay? They'll be pissed when you get back, but they will be alive. All
That's
right?
why I threw out the Internet Classic golf thing. I was like, if I can get an invite to that, I won't feel as bad as missing this.
Mhm.
yeah,
But
but
if I,
this is like your idea, and you'd be there. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Versus the golf classic. I mean, either or, but I get it. I would just look at it as like a once in a lifetime opportunity.
well, that's the whole thing about why they announced it when they did. It was like if they had done this a month or two ago and started promoting it, I could have made it happen, no problem. I'd have been there.
Are they
But
doing
the fact,
like a live stream or anything for it?
yeah, I'm
See,
pretty sure there's a.
a good trade off could maybe have you interviewed on the live stream.
Oh yeah,
Or you guys, the Millie Goat, should have done your own like stream at the same time, doing your
yeah.
own like,
What'd
Bet
you
Gala on your channel.
what'd you think of this thumbnail I whipped together? I'm not that great at thumbnails, but I thought this one was pretty decent.
It's pretty good. See, it was like it started, 6 p.m. Eastern time, May 5th. It was just it. They announced it like yesterday, so it was just one of those things.
Mhm.
I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know how I would pull that off. I
Yeah.
got a full
Yeah, it
page
also sucks because
caseload.
you're in North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's all the way across
It
the
is
country.
tough.
So I got like a full patient caseload both days. Like this, it would put a lot of stress on everybody else at work. Like I
Oh,
just,
Mondays are tough too in healthcare, man. Mondays are
yeah.
just terrible.
Like if I like it's already the weekend. Like they have nothing. There's nothing they could do. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like there's nothing
Dude,
that they would be able to do.
I wonder what they're gonna. I understand like the gist of what they're gonna do, but I wonder how, what exactly they're gonna do, like what their idea is here. Um,
Sounds like they're just gonna have a highfalutin event, red carpet, where people get out and they film them getting out, and it's just like a spoof on the Met Gala. Like you go and somebody's standing there with a microphone. Like I would have loved to have been the guy that was standing there with a microphone, being like, "Hey, you know, I know you look really sharp. I mean, what which parlay are you considering donating to tonight? That the parlay of your choice. Stuff like that.
who do you
Give
think
out
they're bringing? Because I was like, oh, they'll just bring some athletes, but I'm like, no, actually, some athletes probably don't want to be seen betting
nope,
on stuff
nope. I
unless
don't
they're
know.
retired. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's,
Hmm.
give out somebody makes a crazy parlay and then everybody they hand out that as like a party favor and then everybody sweats the same parlay, you know,
Yeah.
like somebody had that idea for the Masters. They were like, this guy gave everybody that came to his Masters party a ticket for Rory McIlroy to win.
Oh yeah, yeah, I saw that.
Dana White does that for the Super Bowl. He just like gives a whole bunch of like prop tickets and everything out to people who come
Oh,
to his
that's
Incredible.
party.
cool. That
Incredible.
would be cool. You had like 50 different props, and you just handed out tickets so people are rooting for different things to happen in the
And
Super
you have
Bowl.
one that everybody's rooting for together. Like
Yeah.
that would be the
Yeah, they
cool.
should have a wheel of Homer props too.
Oh, you
There
have
we
half the
go.
people that show up have heads, half have tails for the coin toss.
See, I mean, that's why they probably it's like you. I mean, look at us. Like we're sitting here, we've created this thing in a matter of 5 seconds. So that they were in the meeting room just having a ball with it. You
Mm.
know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it just sucks that it's 3 days. Like I can't. I've already, like I said, I've got. There's no way I could make them adjust the schedule before I show up on Monday.
Yeah.
Like I got to start get in there like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then I'm going until 3 in the afternoon. So
I mean, if this thing ends up being a big success, which I mean, a lot of Barstool events and stuff that they do is pretty successful, at least. And the success is just how much engagement, interaction do they get on the internet, which I feel like something like this would be pretty big, especially since they have a sponsor with DraftKings in it, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
this is a big deal. I don't see them not doing it next year.
And if they do, then I'll be there. It's we will figure out a way to make our presence known there. The thing, like, yeah, it's. I hope it's a success.
If they let you bring a buddy, which one of your guys is going with you?
Damn. Probably Jay.
You'll have to have. I would say it'd be kind of cool if you guys did a competition.
Do like Joker style, just hand him break a cue stick in half and be like, only one of you can go.
Or if you guys have like a bet off or something like that. You guys have like a week of just like, I don't know how you do it, but you could
do it in DraftKings. Like if you're in DraftKings, you can set up a group and it registers your points for a week. You set up a betting group.
There you go. Yeah, that'll do it. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would
content off of that.
I like some public, like, oh hey, the Bet Gala's here. Shout out Millie Goats, like tag us and stuff for a great idea. Like that would be cool if they were able to do that. I'm still thinking about releasing that video that I did. It's kind of a spoof. I don't know if that would piss them off or not, but just be like, this was the emergency press conference, but we've reached out to Big Cat. We're currently in negotiations, and then just leave it at that.
Yeah.
So I think that's my next move, is to release that video from the same original video. Do what?
I said absolutely.
And then say credit to Barstool, credit to Big Cat, credit to Port. Because I got to go back and give them credit. Like,
oh yeah,
they don't have to reach out to the little guys, and it says a lot about. He told me that if I can't come and they don't do it, I could come up to. She goes, anytime you're in Chicago, just let me know, and you can come check out the Will Compton Museum. It's like, okay.
Yeah, that's in their bathroom.
So he invited us up there to Chicago, like if we're ever in Chicago, to let him know. Which
that would probably be more fun than going to Scottsdale.
Mm-hmm.
Like going to the headquarters, their Chicago headquarters.
Yeah,
got a lot going on there.
He was. I feel like he was more than gracious.
You would get a lot more online attention up in Chicago, because I feel like if you went out to the Bet Gala thing, you might get on their live stream for a second or something like that, but it would just be you networking with people, which would be cool. But like if they pulled you up to or if you went up to Chicago, I feel like you definitely would have a little bit more one-on-one time and actually get some internet time. I mean,
I would, if they put me on the stream, I'd be like, wow, it'd be like me walking, it'd be like somebody who invented a company that was overlooking their, standing on the balcony, just overlooking their warehouse, being like, look at this, look at what we created. Just acting like we did all this, taking full credit. But
well, dude, that's cool. That's still cool though. The fact that you came up with this idea, tweeted at him, he saw it, talked about it on his show, and you'll forever know that the Bet Gala was started because of the Millie Goats.
That's crazy. I wish that we had some sort of attachment to it, but it's still pretty cool. But
yeah,
I credit them for coming out and like him talking to him, just going back at it. So
yeah, no, absolutely. Think about it. 10 years from now, if they're doing their 10th annual Bet Gala, you could be like, "Yep,
show up every year." And like the thing is, I'm not a great. I don't do a lot of. I would have to phone a friend. I'd be like, here, let me call Will, or I know some, but I don't know a lot. I don't know it to the level that you guys do. So I don't claim to be some sort of master bettor or anything, but
you just got to find a side, be able to argue a side, and you're good. No one knows what they're doing. Even people that do this all the time, we don't know shit. All right, we're guessing. We're all guessing.
Oh, but yeah, it's so. I'm still waiting to see what they'll say about the golf stuff, or at some point, just anything. I'm like, we just want to be involved with something. Just give us a shot to be involved where people can see us just like they see them.
I was gonna say at minimum, it'd be cool if you got them on for like just even like 5-10 minutes. Got them on the show, just chatted it up with him.
Yeah, that's what that was in our demands. It was I want him on so I could tell him that Caleb Williams sucks. There's nothing you can do to change my mind. The guy stinks. So
that's great.
But
he loves to take a sack. I'll tell you that.
Oh my gosh, no, it's his offensive line, dude. Okay,
Yeah.
Nobody that has more help and has a better situation than Caleb Williams has the first 2 years. So, anyway,
He just likes to run in circles, hold on to the ball. That's his problem.
Yeah, he won't get rid of the football. I don't care how many people you have around him, man. That's not going to fix that. But, anyways, yeah, I appreciate you having me on and stuff. That was and all the work that you've done because you've been right there with us, like right in the trenches, baby.
Oh yeah, like when you said we're going to war, I'm like, yes, let's go, baby. I'm ready.
Everybody, I saw Blue retweeted stuff, and everybody was retweeting and going at him, and it was just, we had this little infantry that we had formed, and the cool thing is, like, now they see your logo and they see your show, and they, it was never ill intent. It was just, hey, like Horton here's a who, if we all yell out.